coming from a non-core school, it's really important to be kind of the cream of the crop. So obviously you're competing with kids from different non-core schools. So being able to stand out and have your resume stand out from the crowd is really important. So there's really kind of three different aspects that an investment banker will look at when it comes to your resume or as you as a candidate. And the first of which is your academics, the second is your leadership experience, and then the third, but probably most importantly, is your work experience, especially from a non-core school. So coming from an academic perspective, most banks have a GPA cutoff of 3.5. Now that's kind of the base and kind of the bare minimum, so the higher GPA you can get, the better. Obviously that's something that you can directly control, so being able to put in the time and get good grades is really, really important. Unfortunately, that's not the only aspect that you have to kind of invest time into bolstering. So leadership experience is another great thing that you can draw on in your interview and kind of put out there on your resume. So being able to say that you've held executive positions in different organizations on campus, it doesn't have to be a finance-related organization, but if it is, it's obviously better because you can talk about the concepts that you've learned through that and just kind of how you can apply that to investment banking. So for example, at Iowa State, the Iowa State Investment Group is a great group to get involved with if you're interested in investment banking. There's obviously a lot of like-minded people that you can kind of bounce ideas off of and go through the process with. But being able to talk regularly about the finance industry and just kind of have a general idea of what's going on in the finance industry is also very important. So I think that's one really good organization to get involved with. In addition to that, if you can hold a treasurer position within the organization, being able to talk about numbers and putting those all together and formulating budgets and things like that, that also comes across really well in investment banking interviews. But really, if you have any semblance of leadership experience, whether that's being a president, vice president, treasurer, or really anybody that drives or kind of mentors people within the group, it's easy to spin that into something that's attractive for an investment bank to see in an employee. And then the third aspect is work involvement. Obviously, this is probably the hardest thing to get, especially as an underclassman. So as a freshman or sophomore, it's difficult to get internships. But if you're able to get something with a financial firm like Principal or even Kingland Systems, really, being able to have something formalized that you can put on your resume and be able to talk about how you worked in a work setting is really important. It's not the end-all be-all to be in a finance company, but it obviously helps. Just having something on your resume to show that you navigated a workplace before, know what it takes to be an employee is really important. So obviously it sounds kind of difficult to do, but if you do it in small steps and you start early, it's far more easy to get involved, have good grades, and start to get that work involvement from an early age at Iowa State.